able to go like this. Let's see if I can do this.
I would think you could do both.
No, I was gonna go this way.
I wonder why. I've seen it the other way in a lot of other people. Like I watch a lot of channels and I go live, so, and I know they're that way.
When I walked up, a deer went bouncing out. It would have been great if he would have stuck around.
Oh, they might pop up when we get in there.
Kind of struggling on this. Let's see.
Signal?
Can you just hold it, maybe?
I can just hold it, yeah.
I mean,
that's probably your best bet.
Maybe
I don't want one of those.
We want to be raw. We don't want to. It doesn't matter how balanced. We're not editing.
Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my phone out and make sure you guys' audio is good.
Are you gonna test us?
Yeah. So you're live right now.
Oh, we're live now.
Yeah, you're live.
Are you gonna move it? Does it rotate?
It won't let me do it that way.
Oh, okay. So we should be talking.
Oh,
Hi.
good. Oh.
Well, hi everybody. We're live and we don't know what we're doing. Can you see us? This is my first live, everybody, on YouTube. So I have Peter here and Lammy,
that'll work.
I got it.
Close enough.
No, well, he reached out to me. He's been a follower for how many years? Actually, I'm curious.
I guess 2.5 years.
Oh, I love this. I love when my followers reach out. So he had a great idea. Well, I guess we both kind of did. He is building here in Victoria Woods, which you have seen some videos. We're doing more videos coming out. A wonderful place here in the Southern Indiana area. It's its own community, one of the first in 30 years. And he also moved from California, right?
Correct.
So he's going to be building here, and we thought we'd take a tour, just kind of chat and show you what you're going to do, how you came about this, who you're building with, all that stuff. And then while we're walking, tell us why you chose here versus wherever.
Right.
And why even from California to here. So
absolutely.
There you go. We're going to take a walk. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us questions because the guy behind the camera can yell out and we can answer. So here we go. Okay. Come on.
So lot 13.
Lot 13.
I think it's about 4 acres.
4 acres. And what's your favorite thing about Victoria?
Water.
Maybe you should get in front of us. That will help so you can see us talking. You gotta love it. You gotta love our live session here. This is pure. We're not no editing going on. Okay, yeah. So why did you pick here? You said.
Well, when we get out here and you see the lot.
Okay, here we go.
I think it'll speak for itself. But as far as Victoria Woods, I like the whole concept of tying in with nature and kind of living in the wild, yet still being very close to amenities. I think we're only, what, 15, 20 minutes from a hospital?
Yeah, not far at all.
15 minutes from restaurants.
Yep.
Boonville's a cute little town.
Oh, I love their little square.
Yeah,
isn't it cute?
It's nice.
It has that historic feel.
Right.
So you got amenities, you're close to everything, not worried about hospitals.
Nope. And, obviously coming from California, price.
Yeah,
huge.
That's true. Okay, so what's the difference in your opinion from what you're building?
Yep.
Compared to if you did it in California? You would know that. And where are you from in California?
So I'm from Orange County,
okay.
Garden Grove, Seal Beach area, Huntington Beach.
Okay.
So within the booms of Disneyland fireworks.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Grew up in Southern California, love it, but it's too compact now. Too many people.
Just to visit, right? And in and out.
I mean, the weather's amazing, but what it costs to live in Southern California is just crazy now. It's absolutely out of control.
So how would you compare even the house that you're building or even the house you live in? Whatever you want to say, what would the differences be? Like how much more?
Okay, so we have a 2,000 square foot house in a working class neighborhood in Orange County. It's valued about 1.3 million.
Okay.
It's okay, but it's just a house.
Just a house, okay.
So come here and you flip that into the construction cost of here and you get absolutely spectacular.
You get
dream
this.
House. Yeah.
He's basically going to build the same cost, a gorgeous home. How big?
Top level is going to be 3,400 square feet with a walkout mirroring it below the same. So we'll have a beautiful house upstairs and then downstairs for guests or family, if they need, they'll have a full kitchen down there, laundry, master bedroom. So
almost like 6,000 square feet.
about
5,000. Yeah.
7. You know, I guess I'm not too familiar with how.
So we're going from 2,000 to, I don't know, 5 or 6. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
There's a big
huge.
difference, huge difference. And you got
Look at
acreage.
this.
You don't have everybody at like a 0 lot line. I'm sure that's what you were in.
Right.
And you're almost the same cost.
Almost the same cost.
Almost
and
the same cost.
I don't think I'm going to have to worry about anyone stealing my catalytic converter out here.
There you go. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think the neighbors will notice before anything.
Correct. Well, it's kind of a long way to get out here to the house. So
4 acres. This is amazing. And again, this is Victoria Woods if you're coming in later. Has a lot of different options here, which is great about it. I mean, you have this. Not every house is this.
No.
This is a, I would say a more, what's the word I'm looking for in regards to this? Like some of them are your typical, what, 1/3, 1/4, you know,
right.
acre.
There's this area here.
Not as affordable. This one's going to be more your exclusive
These
lots.
these are a little bit larger lots. I mean, you can see the houses. There's one through the woods there. Pretty extraordinary.
Yeah, they're very nice.
So.
And then there's some. Well, are we going all the way out?
Yeah, we'll walk down here. This has got a good view. That's a little bit too thick to walk through.
Okay.
But this is basically where we're going to start. This will be a circular driveway here.
Okay.
Garage there, and then the house will be here, and then the walkout down to this area here. And when you see it, it's just.
And the one thing we're going to do, which is pretty cool, is as he progresses, we're going to eventually we'll do some live updates along the way.
Right.
And then we'll make a final video when he's complete.
That's going to be fun.
That'll be fun. The pretty stuff. We got to see the pretty stuff. But look at this.
I mean, that is
I mean, tell me where you can get that.
Victoria Woods.
Well, that's the only place. There you go. He's the salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even throughout southern Indiana, you're not going to get a lot of this unless you have your own land and you create it. But to get 4 acres in a development that has all the amenities that you want with it.
This is all in my border. Not that it doesn't matter, but we got a little peninsula out there.
I have a strange question. I guess you can put fish. You can do whatever you want in here, can't you? Like, I don't know.
I was so excited about coming out. I threw all my lures in.
Yeah.
I forgot to grab my rod.
Oh.
I was gonna try it, but I hear there's like 60-pound catfish.
Oh, cool.
It's obviously an old stripper pit.
Yeah.
And it goes down to 90 feet, and I hear there's monster catfish, and I'm assuming big crappie.
50 feet?
No, 90 feet.
90 feet.
90 feet.
Wow.
So, and there's a few canals in the community, right? This
Yeah.
one goes back.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably about 25-acre lake on this one.
Oh, that's neat. And then it just kind of goes along.
It just goes back there, and then the next one over, that goes miles and miles.
Yeah, so that's definitely a different environment. Like,
Yeah.
it's really pretty.
But
you almost feel like you're in, I don't even know, like it's not southern Indiana feeling.
No.
At all.
The one I keep thinking of, but I don't think it's great because I am.
I feel like I'm in Louisiana in the bayou.
Do you?
Well, I mean, just like the fields where they go and that you don't know where you're going. You're like taking a boat. I mean, it's just really that cool feel, like nothing around, and just it's really neat.
Yeah, and they're going to keep it, really try and keep it this way, from what I understand. They're going to limit the types of boats, mostly kayaks.
Oh yeah. So
you're not going to have motorboats going around in here. I'm not sure what they're doing on the docks, but I think they're going to keep it pretty low key.
Yeah, yeah, very pretty. So if you are a nature person and like to get on kayaks and fish, and all that good stuff, or just live and look at it, that's enough right there.
Yeah. And it gets better as you get down here, and I can envision putting a fire pit down here.
Oh yeah.
And having
look how pretty, it's like blue water.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
Like it's not even treated, is it?
I don't know. It
doesn't look like it.
I think they may have put like what they call bluestone in here.
But it's not like a heavy.
No.
Yeah. Very pretty. Maybe at the end I'll just jump in. Maybe at the last one I'll jump in. When he has all this clean and pretty, I'll just jump in the water as my final hurrah to his build. Really pretty.
And that's another peninsula out there that we have. So I don't know what we're going to.
Oh, that's yours too?
Yeah, so we'll probably put a little reading rock out there or something.
So isn't that amazing? Like if you're from California, you're from Chicago, you need to be calling me.
Yeah.
That's not that far.
If you're from Nashville, you need to be calling.
Yeah, if you're from Nashville, you need to be calling. I would agree.
And, you know.
Actually, I'm going to be doing a Nashville. I'm going to be down there for a conference, and I'm getting my realtor that actually helped me buy something there just for a contrast and all that. We're going to do that. So.
And the other thing is, I mean, this is gorgeous, but from your other videos, you know, downtown is just exploding in a small kind of way.
Yeah.
It's a couple really cute restaurants. It's
it has that quaint. You're talking about downtown Newburgh, I assume. Yeah.
No.
Or Boonville.
No.
Which one?
Evansville.
Evansville. All of them, honestly.
Yeah, really. I mean, yeah.
Honestly, they're all cute.
We haven't explored Boonville yet. We had a couple drinks and dinner there one day, but really looking forward to.
But all of them really are very locally supported. I mean, whatever little downtown. Evansville, I did do a video on. And they are doing a lot of transformations too. You're correct there. There's like 60 restaurants down there now.
Yeah.
They're really making a huge effort between Haney's Corner and Main and all that. And they're wonderful. Like I'd love to go down and hang out there and one evening for sure.
Yeah.
So, but again, Newburgh, I mean, it's even closer and it's cute. I mean, it doesn't have as much, it's smaller, but it has that quaintness.
I've eaten once in Newburgh.
So there you go. He's an Evansville man.
I'm exploring everything. But
how long have you been here?
So we bought a house over by Thunderbolt Golf Course.
Okay.
And we bought that about a year ago. We lived there for about 6 weeks last year, and this is the longest. I think we've been there about 3 months.
Okay.
This time.
So there you go.
But we like it so
much. So that's
much.
why he doesn't know yet, because he's not been here that much. He's learning.
But
that's why he watches my videos.
I liked it so much there. We started exploring, and wow.
Yeah.
There's so much around here.
And it's pretty.
It's beyond pretty.
Like people do not understand how pretty Southern Indiana. It is not Northern Indiana. It is not cornfields everywhere and flat. It's rolling hills
but
and
there's
green
enough that keep it very
and
quaint.
lakes and quaint.
And the people.
Yeah, they're so nice.
So nice.
I get that a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's just like
they're like waving at you and you don't even know who they are.
They can't be that nice, you know? Nobody has a smart aleck. I mean, maybe a few, but most people are very, very nice and helpful.
Yeah,
right?
I would agree with that.
Where, everywhere else, everyone seems to be trying to tear down everyone else.
I agree with that. Huge hospitality, that's us.
Yeah.
So we got costs and we got people are nice. There we go. So far, two things.
And you know what? You can get breakfast for under $10 here.
You can get breakfast under $10. I don't know what it is in California, but now we're talking cost of living, not only homes, but restaurants.
You don't feel abused when you go out for a meal here. And there's some really good restaurants coming in, isn't there?
What is your favorite, by the way?
So
far?
Patsy.
Oh yeah, the Irish.
The Irish bar.
Yeah, that's good.
By far, and
that
they're very authentic on the food. I'm originally from England.
Can we actually move over here a little bit? Let's go see some views.
And
sorry, we're kind of going through. I'm gonna have ticks or whatever afterwards, but that's okay.
And they've nailed the menu.
Yeah,
really good. They had. I do the English breakfast or the Irish breakfast there. They got the black pudding.
So I don't know if you knew. I think they actually went to Ireland and really did a true.
Yep.
I'm not a taste test, but truly trying to be authentic.
Yeah, and they've nailed it.
Yeah, they
probably
did good.
More so than most places out there.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, where's your property in?
This is mine.
So up to the water.
As the water, I think about halfway out.
Okay.
Not that really matters.
Yeah. Can you do docks and?
Well, I think they are, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you kind of keep it more natural.
I've had lake houses before, and it's kind of like a swimming pool. Sounds good at first, but you don't use it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just really like the wild look.
This is really pretty.
Yeah. And we're going to be pretty secluded. I think we're going to put a couple houses there.
So where's your home actually going to be? Let's
talk
about your home.
This is all going to be yard, and I think we're going to push the dirt down and make it a little bit more accessible down there.
Yeah.
But the house, garage over there, kitchen here with a dining room out in front, and then a patio on that.
Do you mind sharing the plans? Cause we can actually put a little link.
I'll give them to you.
Okay, and then what's over here? Is this part of the?
So it'll taper over. We'll have an office on the front side here, master bedroom. That we have a big walk-in closet that will have a view out to the lagoon.
Okay.
And then
there's all kinds of things you can do.
There's all types of things. And then the walkout is just going to be beyond amazing.
Okay, let's talk about the builder. Who's building for you?
So we got Jeremy
Mattingly.
Mattingly.
Helping him out a little bit.
New to town.
He's alive scaring us a little bit here.
Yeah, and good guy. Stumbled upon him, did a few. Well, my wife came for the tour of the homes.
The parade of homes.
Parade of homes, and absolutely loved one of the houses he did. And he's taken us through some of his work, and it's absolutely spectacular.
Okay, and anything specific beyond like that? He builds pretty much everywhere, honestly, now that I think about it. So if you have questions on that, let me know. We'll get into him more, because we'll try to pull him into maybe as we get middle through.
Yep.
And you can get to know the builder a little bit. But you do have options here, if you watched my video coming out this week. You haven't watched it yet, but it's coming. We do talk a little bit about the builder and options in this neighborhood specifically, or town, I should say. Not neighborhood, it's town.
Yeah, it is a town.
Okay, so let's see. Anything else that we're missing?
Nope. Just looking forward to getting building and doing some landscaping out here, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. So another thing, what else can we think about? Let's tap on California while we walk back.
Right, sure. So why am I leaving California?
Why are you leaving California?
After living out here part-time, I like both places, but it's really difficult managing both.
I hear that, actually, when people try to do it.
And
thank you.
Yeah, I measure up what each offers. With the we're saving, if we get a little tired of too hot of weather or too cold of weather, we can jump on a plane and go somewhere.
I've always told people that. Like, I was in North Carolina for a while. I don't know if you knew that or not, in the Raleigh-Durham.
Okay.
And moved back to Southern Indiana because, I born and raised, families here.
Right.
And someone goes, why would you want to live there? I'm like, it's beautiful, first of all. It really is. It's a great place. At the time I was raising kids. My kids are getting older.
Right.
But I said, I could always jump and go to Europe. I can go to Florida. I can go to the Caribbean. I can go anywhere.
Right.
And I'm saving money. And another thing is, even if there's you're saving money because everything costs so much less. So you go spend it on all that.
That's right. And we're not far from anything, right?
No. 3 hours all directions or somewhere.
Well, 3 hours and you're beyond something.
Yeah,
right?
you got Nashville. You got Nashville, Cincinnati, St. Louis,
Louisville.
Indy. You're in the middle of it.
Yeah. So that's all good. And, Evansville Airport, cute, tiny.
Yeah.
In and out real fast and easy. Check in. You go to Dallas or Chicago and you're at an international gateway and away you go.
Yeah.
So,
it is really
only
cute.
a couple hours away.
Well, and even if Evansville doesn't have the timing for you, Louisville is not that far. Nashville is not that far.
Well, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing Louisville Airport.
Yeah. So there's 3 great airports really that are not that far away. So we have obviously the cost. It allows you to do more things.
Right.
You're not house poor.
And
house poor and living poor. The cost of living, because everything's going up.
And that's one of the discussions we're having right now. My wife and I is, it's the kids are growing up and starting families, and I don't see them. One's up in Washington, the other's finding his way right now in business. But I can't see them affording to stay in Southern California.
Yeah.
And having a decent life. I think
that's true.
I think on the bare minimum, you're going to need close to 360 to 400,000 to be able to afford a house.
Yeah.
And you're going to be struggling at that.
And just to put that in relevance here, because we're going through the same thing for people that grew up here, depending on where you're coming from. Ours used to be like you could buy 100, 105.
Yeah.
And 150 maybe. Now it's really getting to that.
Well, I'm talking about
200 here.
Annual income.
Oh, I see. Well, see, I'm talking about to be able to afford a house. So if you're not talking about annual income, what would it cost to even be able to get a house as a starter home?
So a starter home.
That's where I'm going.
In a rough area, 700.
Yeah. So you're 700 to start, which is very hard for a newbie.
You wouldn't want to start in that neighborhood.
Yeah. And then ours are really, our starter home went maybe from 100 to 200.
Right.
So even that, depending on where you're coming from, that just shows you what things are costing and what people. So income-wise, though, yes, you may be making less here, but you don't need nearly as much.
And for California, you can cash in, and you got money in the bank.
Yeah.
And you got a beautiful home in a great area.
I remember when someone, this is almost 15 years ago.
Yeah.
She was a teacher in California.
Yep.
She retired. She came from a retired teacher position,
right,
and bought this gorgeous lakefront home that was like $700,000 at the time.
Yeah,
like 15 years ago.
Wow.
And so it just gives you an idea. Like all those scenarios are always happening.
Yeah.
it's just kind of neat to see it because they get all excited and good for them. So, and a teacher, that's not an easy profession, is it?
No.
Good for her, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, I believe, you can check. I think the top 5 professions to retire as a millionaire, one of them is a teacher.
Yeah.
Very disciplined.
Yeah. I
Saving.
can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Cost of living. What about crime? I've been hearing a lot about that in California.
I hate to admit to it.
And the homelessness. I don't know about where you live, but I do hear that a lot from some of them.
Look, I mean,
I don't know if that's true.
If you go to downtown LA, you see it, and there's pockets of it.
Yeah.
It is there. As far as crime goes, I never dealt with it until the last 5 years.
Okay.
I have my son's catalytic converter stolen in front of the house.
But not crazy.
Well, yeah. 2 years ago, I heard a noise, and I look out, and I ask my wife, "Where's my car?" She's like, "It's out there." I'm like, "No, it's not." We look at the camera, and we saw a tow truck come up, boom, pick it up.
Oh my gosh.
And they were gone in 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And then that was found in Compton.
Okay. So, I mean, it's something to think about, obviously.
Yeah.
Crime is, I mean, we have crime. Don't get me wrong. Evansville has crime.
Yeah, but it's very isolated.
But it is in certain areas. It is.
Right.
I mean, I don't really go into that. I tell people to go crime maps because I'm a realtor. You can say all you want.
Well, it's very isolated. In where we are, we're on the northern part of Orange County. They've got billboards in LA County saying, "Come to Orange County, we prosecute and you will be going to prison." So they're trying to keep them out, but they come into Orange County and go back to LA County.
Okay.
So
got it. Okay, anything we're missing? I don't know that we can compete with the great weather in California. I think they beat us there, guys.
The weather's amazing.
It is.
But it's not California laid back anymore. It's very intense. People are a little bit more high strung than we used to be. So the beaches are packed. The hiking trails are packed. It's a great place. It will be hard to leave, but I think we're going to get so much more and quality of life. And
yeah, well, and you can go on all those fishing trips.
That's right.
He just got back from a fishing trip. I was following him. He looked like he was having a really good time. So those fishing trips to Mexico or wherever they take you, I don't know where you go for your fishing trips.
I retired 2 years ago, and that's what I do is I fish around the world. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I do appreciate this. We are going to do another one when he gets going.
Yep.
And then we'll do another one when he's finished. So I thought we'd try a live. I don't know if we've had any questions. Can you tell?
No questions. People have come on, though. Oh,
that's cool. Well, this is the first. We don't know how to do this. So.
See how it goes.
For all those people that came on, thank you. We are going to start doing this more. You're going to see me pop on live and just more of this kind of conversational type things. I'll continue to do I dump every Friday. Everybody knows you'll see my video on Fridays. But I'm in so many places, and I feel like there's more out there for me to get to people. And it's just hard to physically edit a video all that often. So I'm going to start doing more live.
You make it a lot easier to come here. I mean, my wife, she's been away for 40 years, and she knows a little bit, but, things have changed over 40 years.
Yeah.
So by buying a place, we became a little bit familiar. And then I'm constantly just searching. And there's not a lot of videos.
Yeah.
You kind of dominate that.
I have about 500 guys. That's kind of why I'm starting to do more live, because not to say that you can redo, I can redo, but I feel like I'm going to start trying to do these interviews, or more if I'm just in the middle of something and I want to get attention to it, I will be doing more live. So I just felt like it was time because of so much that I have done, and I'll continue to do it. It just, there's a lot of, I didn't realize how much they're like, what are we doing next? I'm like, what have I not done? So if there's anything that you are when you're watching, guys, though, if you want to see anything, make sure you tell me, because I will do a video on anything. If it goes Louisville to Evansville, I will do it. You just tell me what you want. So I can handle it.
There is a wine country between here and Louisville, isn't there?
There's pockets. There's a lot of, I should probably do a winery. There's a lot of wineries in the country, all the way from here to Louisville, honestly. And they're all very much more sweet wines, most of them.
Okay.
They're not going to be California wines, just going to let you know that. There is one, though, that the environment I love. It's actually on the cliffs in Perry County, overlooking the Ohio River.
Well, the only way I know is if you do a video.
I will do a video, but that one is a good one. So, but yeah, I'll do that. I'll just do a little summary of the wineries in the area. But there's a lot actually all along the whole river, really, or that area. So.
And have you done one of Boonville Square?
I just did that 2 weeks ago, so you missed it. Go check it out. I did do
Yeah.
that one.
All right.
So yeah, I realized I didn't have Boonville yet, so I did do a Boonville. Some of them I'm like, oh, I haven't done that yet. So, Well, I appreciate it.
Well,
It was
thank you
great
so much.
letting you
Yeah,
get us
finally
all that.
meeting you.
This is real information. This is no sugarcoating, guys. I didn't tell them what to say. So you can't say that I made up anything here. So everybody, thank you. Till next live. We'll see you then.